Assalamu alaikum friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today is my 46th video of DevOps. So in this video I am going to talk about Ansible conditions. Alright, so basically whenever we have different scenarios, we put conditions according to different scenarios. Alright, so let's say if you want something according to that condition, we will put the condition so that only that thing is fetched from the file or from the data that we want to. Alright, so with the help of conditions we can get the required results. Alright, so the statement that will be used for the Ansible condition is called the when statement. Alright, so if there are multiple servers of different operating systems, then in order to run let's say the last server only, it will skip the first few servers of a particular node to reach the selected one, that is the last one, and run it. Alright, so it will skip all the above servers that are above it, so it will only run the last server due to the help of when statement. Alright, so we are going to look at this when statement. So first of all, start the instances, connect the Ansible server with the node with the help of this command. So let's first of all go to this browser, and as you can see that recently I have visited the EC2 instance and I have just stopped it, so you need to click on this, and after that it will lead me to the EC2 management console. Alright, so let's wait for it. After that let's click on these instances. Alright, so after that these are the three server instances that I have created in the previous video. So let's check them all, and after that click on the instance state and start all of them. Alright, so now as you can see that they are successfully started, but it is not showing me the state starting, running, it is giving me the state of pending. So in order to run this, so let's wait for it. After that let's move to the description of it and copy this command simply. Alright, and copy this and paste it here. As you can see in the terminal I have opened three tabs, so let's open the first tab and paste the command here. Alright, move to the Chrome browser, and now it is still pending. Alright, so as you can see that now they are currently running. Click on this Ansible server, check this, and copy the public address of it. And now instead of writing this public IP address here, you can simply remove this, and after that paste the original IP address, public IP, and give the file name that will be the Ansible key.pem. So this is the file that I have downloaded already in the previous video. So if you want to know about this, you can check out my previous video. So let's click on this, and now it is asking me for the permission. I will give yes, and now I am present in the Ansible server. Alright, in this first server that I am present here. Alright, 47215. 47215, this is the private IP address. Alright, so now let's copy this command again. Alright, copy this command again and simply paste it. Copy it and paste it here. Alright, so now what you need to do, exit, and now close this, and after that let's paste the remove the command and check the first node, and after that click on this IP address, public IP address, paste it here. Now it will lead me to this node 1. Alright, and after that what you need to do is to run this command, check this one, copy the public IP address and clear this and move to the here. This is the public IP address, but I need to copy the file path also because I have not copied it. Let's copy this and paste it here. And now what I need to do is to change the file name, Ansible key.pem. Now it will lead me to the node 2 of the instance, or node 2 instance. Alright, so let's clear this. Now I am currently present in the Ansible server. This is the node 1, this is the node 2. So let's clear them all. After that what I need to do is to go to the Ansible server by typing this command. Alright, so go to the Ansible server by writing su space hyphen space Ansible. Alright, now it is asking me for the password. Let's give it a password. Now as you can see that from the EC2 user I am present in the Ansible server. After that let's copy this command, paste it here also, give it a password, logged in. Similarly, paste this command, give the password, and logged in. Now I am currently present in the Ansible user as an Ansible user. So what you need to do is to create a YAML file by the name of condition.yaml and write the following data in it. Alright, so basically this will be the file that will be created inside this Ansible server. So let's create a file vi condition.yaml. Alright, and paste the data here. Copy and paste it in here. Alright, so what this data does, basically this is the group name that you need to first of all mention this, and I will show you after that. So the group name is basically Ansible group that I have created in the previous video. So this is the group name, this is the user Ansible, this will be the become, means it will provide the sudo privilege, this is the connection SSH, and these are the tasks. Alright, so this is the target basically. Above the task, this is the target, and these are the tasks. So there are two tasks. The first one is that install the Apache on Debian. Alright, and I install the Apache on Red Hat. So for installing the Apache on Debian, this will be the command. Alright, so as you can see, this is the Linux command, apt-get y install Apache 2. Alright, so this will be the Apache command to be installed in the Debian operating system. And after that, this is the command when. Alright, so the command will be used here. Ansible OS is equal to Debian. Alright, so it will only run, this command will only run if the Debian server is present. If the Debian server is not present, then it will be skipped. Alright, and then after skipping, this command will run. Alright, so this command will only run if the Debian server is present. If it is not present, then it will skip this command and go to the next command. And the next command is to install the Apache on Red Hat. Alright, so what is the command here? yum y-y install httpd. So for installing the Apache, you need to type the httpd. Although the name are different, but the package is the same, and the package is Apache. Alright, so the name of the package is different, but the package is Apache. And after that, the command is here, condition is here, when Ansible OS family is equal to Red Hat. So only run this command if the Red Hat server is present. If the Red Hat server is not present, then it will also skip this condition. Alright, so in both of the conditions, these operating systems or these servers should be present, otherwise they will skip this command. Alright, so let's press escape, :wq, and now clear this. After that, what you need to do for Amazon Linux and Red Hat, the httpd will install the Apache. Alright, although the httpd command is used, but it will install the Apache. Only the name is different. Alright, before executing a file, first of all, remove the httpd from all the nodes. Alright, so what you need to do is to copy this command and go to these nodes to remove the httpd package that is already present. Alright, so now it is clear. If I write which httpd, you will see that no httpd is found here. Alright, let's clear this and simply go to the next node and paste the command here. This is also removed from the second node, httpd. Alright, no httpd is present in these files or in these file specification. So let's clear this also. Now what you need to do is to go to this first Ansible server, alright, this one, and execute the Ansible playbook condition.yaml. This is the command for executing the Ansible playbook condition.yaml. Alright, so let's copy this. You can write it also. I just copied it for simplification, and it will show you the changed one and skipped one. So let's first of all paste this here. Alright, so after pasting it, it will show me that it is gathering the facts, and now some of the facts are gathered and some are remaining. Alright, so now first you can see that first of all, these private IP addresses are fetched from the nodes. Alright, so these are the private IP addresses from the first node and the second node. Alright, after that it has installed the Apache on Debian. Alright, it has not installed the Apache on Debian. Basically it has skipped those because these Apache servers, these nodes are running on the Amazon Linux, not in the Debian server. So that's why it has skipped those ones. After that, the tasks that it has installed are these tasks: that is HTTPD in the Red Hat or the Amazon Linux. Alright, so basically install the Apache on Red Hat is done, but install the Apache on Debian is skipped. Alright, so as you can see that this is skipped. After that, OK means to, OK is equal to why? Because first of all the private IP addresses are fetched, and then the Apache is installed on Red Hat. So these were the two tasks. After that, one changed. So what does it mean? So one change means that the new package is added into the Red Hat. Alright, that's why it is giving me the change, that newly packaged HTTPD is added into the into these nodes. After that, unreachable is 0, failed is 0, and skipped. Skipped is 1. So why? Because one HTTPD package on the Debian is skipped. Alright, so it has not installed because it has not found the Debian server. So let's clear this, and now it is working fine. Let's go to the nodes and write which HTTPD. You will see that it is giving me the option, the path of HTTPD. Similarly, if I write HTTPD in the second node, it will also give me the path of it. Alright, so now they are successfully installed in these nodes. After that, what you need to do is to write the HTTPD in all the nodes to confirm the installation. Alright, so now it is confirmed. Now let's go to the vault. So what is vault? So basically Ansible allows keeping sensitive data such as passwords or keys in encrypted form rather than a plain text in your playbooks. Alright. So let's say if your playbook contains some kind of sensitive data and you need to protect it, then you can use the encryption. Alright, so for the purpose of encryption, the vault will be used. Alright, so this will basically encrypt the data so that it is not reached to other people. Alright, so you can only access it by using your password if you remember them. Alright, after that, let's first of all create a new encrypted playbook. Alright, so these are the commands that will be used in order to encrypt the playbook. So first command is to create a new encrypted playbook. Write this command. Alright, so if you want to create a new file, an encrypted file, you can use this command and edit the encrypted playbook. Alright, if you want to access that playbook, you need to you can't use vi and then the file name. You need to run this command in order to edit it. After that, if you want to change the password, you can change the password by using this command. And if you want to encrypt an existing playbook, now let's say you have already created a file but you are trying to encrypt it, then you can use this command. Alright, so if you want to decrypt this playbook, you can use this command to decrypt the file and it won't ask you for the password again. And the latest EAS 256 technique is used in the encryption. So this is the latest technique that is used in the encryption nowadays. So let's first of all go to the terminal and find, as you can see that if I type ls, you will see that these are the files that I have created in my Ansible tutorial. So what I need to do is to create another file by the name of vault, and this will basically be created as an encrypted playbook. So what you need to do is to first of all scroll down first and scroll this terminal down and then clear this, and after that write Ansible vault, and after that create vault.yam. So it will create a new encrypted playbook for you. So let's click on this. Now it is asking me for my password to enter, new password. So what I need to do is to write, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? Click on this. It is asking me again for the password to enter, to confirm it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? Now, as you can see that I am currently present in this file. Alright? So what I need to do is to first of all, let's say I copy this command here. Alright? So I will copy this data and I will paste it here. Alright. After that, let's press escape, :WQ. Now, what I need to do is to edit the encrypted data, encrypted playbook. So how can I edit this? I will write Ansible Vault. So Ansible Vault is necessary to be used in all the commands. So this is an important command. After that you can write the command like edit, create or rekey, etc. But the Ansible Vault is necessary. After write edit and then Vault. So now it won't ask me, it will ask me for the password to enter. If I write a random password, it will give me an error. Alright, so what is the error? That decryption failed. So let's say if I write VI Vault to edit it. Let's say if another person reached to my computer and he typed VI Vault. So if he click on this, he will see that this is the file that is encrypted here. Although it is not showing me the exact result, but it is showing me the data in encrypted form. And this is the encryption technique AES 256. I have written the wrong it here. AES, not EAS. So let's change this so that AES. Alright, so let's go to the previous section, and now you can see that this is the technique that is used in this encryption. Alright, so he will not, another person will not access if he types the VI Vault YAML. So in order to run this or edit this, he need to type this command Ansible Vault and edit, and then vault .yaml. Although it won't give you access directly, if you press enter on this, it will still ask you for the password to enter. After giving the password, correct password, it will give you access. So let's say if I type 12345, now I'm given access to this file. Otherwise, if I didn't give the password correct, it will not give me a password access to this file. So let's close this. And now what I need to do is to go to this another command, that is to change the password. So how can I change the password? So I will write Ansible Ansible Vault rekey, and then Vault. Sorry, it is slowly performing. YAML. Alright. So now if I give it, you will see that it is asking me for the password that I have created earlier. So I will give the password 12345. Now it will ask me for the new password to create. I will give a password ABCD. Alright. Now as you can see that the rekey is successfully created. So let's say if I write the edit again and I type 12345, it won't give me permission because I have changed my password. So let's edit it by writing ABCD. It will give me access to this. Alright. So this is how you can do the encryption here in this Ansible file. After that, let's say if there are, if you want to encrypt an existing playbook, as you can see that these are multiple files. So let's say if I want to if I want to make some encryption on an existing file, let's say hello. So the hello command, hello does not contain something. So let's say if I want to encrypt on this condition.yaml, if I want to apply this encryption. So what I will do, I will write Ansible Vault and then encrypt. Instead of writing create as in this command create, because I have not not created a file before, but I just want to encrypt this existing file. How can I do this? I will write the encrypt instead of writing the create. So let's take a look at the condition.yaml. So this will be the condition.yaml file that is already present, and this will encrypt this file. So let's give a password here. The password is ABCD. So now the password is ABCD. Alright, so if I want to access this file, I will write Ansible Vault and then edit condition.yaml. You will see that it is asking me for the password. I have given a correct password. Now I am given access to it. Alright, so let's say if I want to decrypt it, how can I decrypt? So I will simply write, instead of encryption, I will write decrypt. Now it is asking me for the password, so I will give the password, and now decryption successful. Now it won't ask me for the password again. If I write edit here, edit, sorry, it is asking me because I have the encryption is removed, so I don't need to use the this command again. I will simply write condition.yml. You will see that I am given access to this. Alright. So the latest AES 256 technique is used in encryption. Alright. So now let's take a look at the important concept that is called roles. So we can use two techniques for running a set of tasks. Alright. So one technique is to use the includes, and another technique is to use the roles. Alright. So I will be using in this video the technique that is called roles. So the roles are good for organizing tasks, handlers, where, variables, etc. Alright, so if you want to organize the task, handlers, variables, you can do this with the help of roles. So you will assign some kind of role to each of the tasks, and according to that role, they will perform these tasks. Alright, so let's say if you have hundreds of handlers and hundreds of variables and hundreds of tasks in a single file, then it will be difficult to manage them all. Alright, so if you want to access one of the specific tasks, then it will be very difficult to specify those, or if you want to find them, then it will be very difficult to find that single task or handler. So in order to access those handler tasks separately, you need to give them a role, so that if you want to access them, you can simply go to that role and that directory in which the role is assigned to it, and you can easily access that role, or let's say task or handlers if you want to access them. Alright, so it will be those roles or these tasks, handlers, variable, etc. will be encapsulated. It means they will be put in a box, in a directory, and that the data needed to accomplish those tasks, handlers, variables, etc. Alright, so these boxes will perform different kind of functionality because they will be given a kind of role, and they will perform the functionality according to that role. Alright, so if any task, handler, etc. is required, then the rules will only context that box. Alright, not another boxes or the directories. Instead, only one box will be contacted, and that as a result the traffic will be distributed, and it will be easy to access that role. Alright, so after that, some of the things that our roles contain are, these are the roles that the Ansible roles contain: the default, the file, the handlers, the meta, the templates, the tasks, the variables. So I will be discussing these roles briefly later on in this video, but you need to keep in mind that the roles are important if there are multiple kind of roles or multiple kind of types, tasks, handlers, variables present in a single file. So it will be very difficult to assign each of the tasks. So that's why you need to distribute them. So we can organize playbooks into a directory called roles. Alright. So basically these are the roles. As you can see that this is the directory. Inside this there will be my role directory, and inside this my role directory, these are the tasks. Some of the tasks will be mentioned in the main.yml file. This is the subdirectory that is by the name of tasks, and another subdirectory will also be written here, present here, that will be by the name of var, and the file inside it will be main.yml, and this main.yml will only contain the data of the variable. Alright. Similarly, another subdirectory will be present by the name of handlers, and this handlers directory will contain this main.yml file, and this main.yml file will only contain the information of the handlers. So in this way, the data will be distributed in different directories, so that they can perform the functionality in a distributed way. So adding more and more functionality to the playbook will make it difficult to maintain in a single file. So if you want to maintain all the tasks, variables, and further all the things that I have mentioned here, these are the roles, it will be very difficult to manage them all in a single file. So instead of it, they are divided. Alright. So let's take a look at this example. First of all, this is a playbook. This will be the main directory. Inside this main directory, there will be a master.yml file. This will be a separate file from these directories. Alright. Basically, this master.yml file will control these roles. Alright, so if you want to access any one of these roles, you will have to contact the master.yml file. Alright, so this master.yml file is touched or is in contact with this my role. Alright, as you can see that this is the target that is present inside this master.yml, and after that target these are the roles. Alright, so my role. So this my role is present inside this master.yml, and it is connected to these directories. Alright, so if anyone wants to access some of the tasks or some of the variables, then he will contact the master.yml file, and as a result this master.yml file will contact these roles, and if a certain role of any specific role is required, then it will give it to the user. Alright, so I hope you understood. After that, every task will be defined in a my role directory. Alright, so all the tasks, variables, handlers will be defined in a my role directory. If I want to go to a specific task, alright, so if you want to move to any task or variables or handlers, you will simply open that one instead of searching the whole playbook. Alright, so you will only access this task with the help of master.yml. You will give the command to the master.yml, and it will open that task or variable for you. Instead of searching the whole playbook, it will be very difficult. Alright, so the master.yml file will run my role playbook, and it will contact the directories that has a specific role assigned to it. So the master.yml file will contact the my role, and it will contact these tasks or variables or handlers, alright, that has a specific task assigned to it. After that, the target contains the Ansible server. Alright, so in the master.yml, the target contains the Ansible server. So the target is the thing that we have discussed in the previous video also. So as you can see that this is the target that is mentioned in all the playbooks. After that, this contains the Ansible server, alright, and the nodes that will run the task. Alright, so the nodes will be written inside the master.yml that will run these tasks. After that, my role contains the tasks, variables, handlers, meta, or any other files that are present here, and I have shown you. So these are the files that will run inside these my roles. Alright, so they could be anything. After that, you can only change my role directory name. Alright, others are not allowed. Otherwise, when you will create these roles and master.yml files, you need to only change this my role directory name. Others will not be allowed because it will not be detected after that. Alright, so you need to keep this in mind. Let's take a look at the different kind of roles and their definition. So first one is the default. The default is basically stores the data about the role application. Alright, so it will store the data of the role and the application. So the default variables example is if you want to run a port number, let's say 80, or if you want to run a port number 8080, then variables needs to be defined in this path. Because the information of these ports are stored in the default, then they will store the data, and according to that saved data, the application will run in these ports. Alright. So file, it contains files that need to be transferred to the remote VM. Alright, so these will be the files, and they will be transferred to the remote VM, and that will contain these files. So that's the directory name inside these files. Inside this directory files, there are some files that need to be transferred to the remote VM. And handlers, they are triggers or a next task that will run after the first task is completed. Alright, so in the previous video I have also shown you what is the handler. So it will only perform the functionality, or it will only done its task if the previous task is completed. Otherwise, the next task will not be completed because both of the tasks are linked together. After that, the meta. So meta is basically contains the file that establish roles dependencies. So it is the data of the data. Alright, so what are the things that are required for the roles, like author name, supported platform, dependencies, any, etc. Alright. So the tasks. So it contains all the tasks that are normally in the playbook, like installing the packages, copying the files, etc. Alright, so variables. So variables for the roles can be specified in this directory. Alright, so basically all the things that will be stored in some kind of variables will be present in this directory and used in your configuration file. So both the var and default store the variable. So this and this var will store the values. Alright, So now let's take a look at these steps that will perform the basically the roles. So make some directories by the name of by typing this macdir p, that is the parent directory, playbook. Inside this playbook there will be a role. Inside this role there will be a web server. This web server will be called the my role. Alright, so I have just changed the name of it. Alright, so I have shown you that you can only change the name of the my role. So I have changed the name of the my role to web server, and after that these are the tasks. So let's copy this, and after that these after copying it, let's go to this, let's paste it here, and now if I print, alright, press enter on this, and you will see that I need to first of all write the tree here. Because the tree command is not found here, what I need to do is to install sudo apt install a tree. Alright, so I will write yum install tree. Alright, so it is still showing me nothing. So what I need to do is to let's simply open this ls. You can see that this is the playbook that is present here. So what I will do, that I will simply write ls playbook. You will see that inside this ls there is a playbook roles, and inside this roles there is a web server that is basically my role. And after that, if I type web server, you will see that these are the tasks, and inside these tasks there are, let's say, there is nothing present here. Alright, so I have just created these directories. After that, what I need to do is to move to the directory by cd playbook. Alright, so let's write cd playbook. Alright, so after, as you can see that I'm currently present in the playbook directory, and after that make a file inside the tasks directory by the name of by the name of main.yml. So as you can see that this is the task. Alright, inside this task there is another file that will be created by the name of main.yml. I could create another directory also. Let me show you. So let's execute the command. Instead of writing the task, I will write handlers. Alright, sorry, I need to write the make dir first of all, make dir, and now no such. Alright, what I need to do is to write the playbook p here, and now it will create the file for me. So let's say playbook, sorry, rm.rf playbook. I have created in a wrong directory, so I need to first of all go back. So now you can see that I'm currently present in the playbook. So if I write the command like this one, it will show me the data. ls and remove this. Alright. There is only one directory present here, but if I want to, I can create handlers also. Alright, so this will be dependent on you, that how many tasks you want to create. So let's say if I want to make there, as you can see that it is there are, type ls, and now if I type this one, as you can see that there are two tasks present here. There are two roles, tasks and handlers. Alright, so after that what I need to do is to first of all go to this playbook, and after that these are the roles. Inside these roles there are two roles. The first one is the handler, the second one is the task. Alright, so what you need to do is to go to this step below, and first of all create the file by the name of main.yml in the tasks directory. Alright, so I have created a handler directory to show you that you can create multiple tasks, but I will create a file inside this tasks directory. So let's paste the data here, and as you can see the touch will lead me to the roles. Alright, because I have already, let me show you, because I am present in the row. The next directory would be the roles. Alright, so I will create a file inside. I will go inside this roles. Inside this role there will be a my role that will by the name of web server, and inside this web server there is a task, and inside this task there is a file that is by the name of my main.yml. So let's create this file. After that, if I want to check this, I will simply write ls and remove this my main.yml and show you. As you can see that this file is present here. Alright, so what I need to do is to make a file inside the playbook. So this main.yml file is created. Now what I need to do is to create a master.yml inside this playbook. So let's write touch master.yml. Now if I type ls, you will see that this is the master.yml and this is the roles. Both are present in the playbook directory. Alright, inside this playbook there will be a web server, and inside this web server there will be a task, and inside this task that will be a main.yml. But the master and the roles are on the same page. So let me show you a diagram that, as you can see, that the master and the roles are on the same page inside the playbook. Alright, so after that let's scroll down, and now let me show you. Make a file inside the playbook directory by typing touch. Alright, so I have created it. Now what you need to do is to insert this data inside the main.yml. Copy this, and let's first of all clear this. And now what I need to do is to write vi, and now it will open the main.yml file for me. Let's copy the data, paste the data here. Now you will see that it will install the Apache server, and this is the yum command, that is the module of Ansible, that will be the package name httpd, and this is the state, means latest means to update it or to update it. Alright, so let's press enter on this, :wq, and now if I write, let's say, cat with it, you will see that the data that is present inside this main.yml file is this. Alright, after that what you need to do is to create, copy this data and insert it in the master.yml file. Alright, so vi master.yml, and after that paste the data here. Now what this data will do, first of all I need to mention a group name here that I have not written yet. So I will write Ansible group, and after that this is the user, this is the become, that means the sudo privileges that it is provided, and the connection. So basically this is a target, and after that the roles. Alright, so what is the role? The role is the web server. So inside this web server there is a task, and inside this task there is a main.yml file. So I have accessed this role inside this master.yml file, and that master.yml file will context the task that is present inside the roles. Alright, my role. So let's press and escape, :wq, and now what I need to do is to first of all remove the packages that are present in the nodes. Copy this, and now let's paste the command here, and now it will delete the package for me. Similarly, if I want to delete it here, it will also delete the package for me in the second node. Let's clear this. If I write which httpd, you will see that no httpd is found here. So now httpd package is deleted. What I need to do is to simply run this command. Alright, so let's run this command in the Ansible server. So paste the, you need to keep in mind that are present in the roles, in the playbook. So you need to keep this in mind. Paste the command here, Ansible playbook master.yml. Alright, so I am accessing the master.yml file, and this master.yml file will contact the roles and my role and the file that is present inside the inside the file. Alright, so let me show you a diagram. So as you can see that this master role will contact this role will contact the my role, that is web server, and this my role will contact the task, and the task will contact the main.yml that will contain the data. So that file will download the httpd that is present here. Alright, as you can see that this will download the install the httpd package for me. So let's click on this command, and now it is gathering the facts. So let's wait for it. Now you can see that it has fetched the private IP addresses of the nodes. Alright, now another thing that has happened, that is web server installed Apache. Alright, so one thing is changed, as you can see, one thing is changed, that is basically it has installed the HTTPD package. So if I type which HTTPD, you will see that HTTPD package is shown here. Similarly, if I write it here, you will see that HTTPD package is shown to me here. Alright, so that's it for now, and that's it for the Ansible part also. So I will be showing you further in this DevOps lecture more about the things that I will be discussing in the upcoming videos. So that's it for now. I hope you like this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.